Good morning, children. Now let us continue our chapter My Experiments with Truth by N.K. Gandhi. Yesterday, I have told you that this chapter is an extract from his autobiography, My Experiments with Truth. Now, can you tell me what is an autobiography? Yes, it is a story of a person's life written by that person. So, in this chapter, he has shared some of his childhood experiences. I have told you that he was very punctual and his lessons were his sole companions. The books, he had a habit of reading books, and those were his sole companions. He was much attracted by two books, Shravan Pitra Bhakti Natak and Harishchand. And these two books captured his heart. He wanted that he should follow truth and go through all ordeals just like Harishchand. Now I'll continue my lesson today. There are some more incidents of his childhood. There was another such incident during this time. I was in 7th standard. Dorabji Jimmy, the headmaster, was very popular among the boys, as he was a disciplinarian, a man of method and good teacher. He had made gymnastics and cricket compulsory, and I disliked both. I never took part in any exercises before they were made compulsory. Now you can see, children, that here is an incident of his 7th standard where his headmaster, who was his headmaster, Dorabji Jimmy, he was a man who practiced discipline. He was strict in discipline. He was a man of method and good teacher. Now he disliked gymnastics and cricket, but if it was made compulsory, he used to practice that, and he never took part unless and until gymnastics or cricket was made compulsory, because he didn't like it. You can see here, children, he is doing gymnastic, other children are doing gymnastic, but he is sitting silently because he doesn't like to do all these things. I then had the false notion that gymnastics had nothing to do with education. Today I know that physical training is as important as mental training. The reason for my dislike for gymnastics was my keen desire to serve as nurse to my father. As soon as the school closed, I would hurry home and begin serving him. Now, this is the reason why he disliked gymnastics. He disliked gymnastics because games and gymnastics because he didn't want to waste his time in school. He thought that it is just a waste of time. So because he wanted to serve his father, so as soon as the school closed, he used to rush back home. He only believed that it is a false notion, means he believed that gymnastics had nothing to do with education. But today he has realized that if you are good at studies, you should also be good in your health. Health is very important for us children. These days you all are at home, but you should look after your health. Try to do some physical exercises that will keep you physically fit. Now it happened that one Sunday I had to go from home for gymnastics at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I had no watch and the clouds deceived me. When I reached the school, all the boys had already left. The next day, on being asked the reasons for absence, I told Mr. Jimmy what had happened. He refused to believe me. I was convicted of lying. That deeply pained me. How was I to prove my innocence? This was no way. I learned that a man of truth must also be a man of care. This was the first and the last instance of my carelessness in school. Now he is again recalling one of his days, and that was on Saturday when he has to go for gymnastic at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, children, in olden days, there were no watches, and people used to see the time according to the rays of the sun. So, that day, he said that because he had no watch, the clouds deceived him. The clouds cheated him, and for that reason, he couldn't just find out what is the time. And when he reached school, the boys had already left. The teacher scolded him that he is late, and he was scolded. Nobody believed him. I was convicted of lying. He was declared guilty. Nobody believed him. That time he was pained. Why? Because he knew that he has not done wrong. But nobody believed him. He always thought, how was I to prove my innocence? Now he kept on thinking, how shall I prove that I have not done any wrong, that I am not guilty, that I am pure, whatever I am saying I am correct. There was no way. Now that day he learned that if a man of truth must also be a man of care. If you are truthful, you should also care and respect what your elders have said. And he says that this was the last example of his irresponsible behavior in school. This incident was his last incident that has proved his carelessness. There is another neglect for which I am still paying for the penalty. I do not know when I got the notion that good handwriting was not a necessary part of education, but I retained it until I went to England. When later, especially in South Africa, I saw the beautiful handwriting of lawyers and young men, I was ashamed of myself and repented of my neglect. I saw that bad handwriting was regarded as a sign of imperfect education. I tried later to improve mine, but it was too late. I could never repair the neglect of my youth. Now he is remembering one of the incidents that he faced in South Africa. When he went to South Africa, he realized that he had a very bad handwriting. And this is all because he neglected when he was young. For that he was paying the fine till now. He always considered that good handwriting is not necessary and it is not a part of education. And he held this belief until he went to England. And in later, when he went to South Africa, he was ashamed of himself. Why? Because the lawyers who are considered to be having bad handwriting, they had much better and beautiful handwriting than Gandhiji. So he was very much ashamed of himself and repented for his neglect. He felt sorry for neglecting his handwriting during his school days. I saw that bad handwriting was regarded as a sign of imperfect education. He always considered that because there was some error in education, the education was not done properly, so he had got a bad handwriting. Later he tried to improve himself, but he could not do so because he had neglected in his youth. So children, handwriting is most important thing. You should try to improve your handwriting when it's time. So pay attention on your handwriting, otherwise you have to repent for it when you grow up. Now he recalls another incident, and that is when he was 15. He tells about the age of 15 when he committed a theft, and that was he stole a bit of gold from his brother's amulet. There is another incident which I must share. I committed a theft when I was 15. I had run into a debt of about 25 rupees. My brother had on his arm an armlet of solid gold. I stole a bit of gold out of it and the debt was clear. But this was more than I could bear. I resolved never to steal again. I also made up my mind to confess it to my father. Now, children, he committed a theft when he was 15. He stole a bit of gold from his brother's armlet. Now, armlet is a bracelet type of something that is worn round the arms. Though the debt was cleared, he cleared his debt, that was of 25 rupees. He had taken money from someone, but he could not bear it. He could not hold on that he had done such a sinful thing. And he decided, that very day he decided that he is not going to steal it again. He is not going to commit this sin again. I also made up my mind to confess it to my father. And that day he decided that he is going to confess. He is going to accept his guilt in front of his father. But I did not dare to speak. Not that I was afraid of my father beating me. I was afraid of the pain that I could cause him. Now, children, he decided that he is going to tell his father that he had done such a thing, that he has stolen a gold from his brother's armlet. But he couldn't speak out. He was not afraid that his father is going to beat him. But why was he afraid? He was afraid because he thought that his father would be pained, and that would be the most worst thing. I was afraid of the pain that I could cause, and I decided at last to write a confession. In this note, not only did I confess my guilt, but I also asked adequate punishment from it. I also promised never to steal in future. With trembling hands, I handed the confession to my father. He read it, and pearl drops trickled down his cheeks, wetting the paper. Those pearl drops of love cleaned my heart and washed my sin away. A clean confession combined with a promise never to commit the sin again is the purest type of repentance. This incident for me was an object lesson in ahimsa. So, children, what did he do? He wrote a confession letter to his father. He knew that without confessing, he would not be able to clean his sin. That is why he decided to write. And then after writing it, he handed the note to his father. And what did he wrote in that paper? He wrote on a slip of paper and handed it to him. In his note, he confessed his guilt and even requested his father to punish him for the offense that he has done. That day, he also pledged that he is not going to steal in future. And what happened after his father read that paper? After reading the note, his father didn't say anything. Only pearl drops trickled down his cheeks. Now, what are the pearl drops, children, here? Pearl drops are the tears. And the pearl drops are very precious. Pearl is a very precious gem, you all know. So here the tears are being compared with pearl. And those pearl drops trickled down his cheek, and that the tears wet the paper. Now, during those days, Gandhiji's father was ill. And when he read that paper, he didn't say anything. He was confined to bed during those days. Gandhiji also decided and also felt the pain that his father felt after reading the confession note. Those pearl drops cleaned his heart and washed away his sin. Why, children? Because the pearl drops were very precious. His father cried, and this was the thing that pained him. This was an object lesson in ahimsa. Nothing is more than father's love, and this is pure ahimsa. Nothing is more than father's love. Gandhiji thought that his father would get angry and even would say hard things to him, but it was something opposite. He kept silent, he didn't say anything. And he was peaceful. Only he cried. He was so peaceful, and it was due to the confession note that Gandhiji has written. His confession made his father feel absolutely safe and increased his affection towards Gandhiji. That day Gandhiji learned that this was the pure thing. This was the object lesson in ahimsa. Now children, what is ahimsa according to Gandhiji? According to Gandhiji, ahimsa means non-injury, non-violence, non-harm, not to hurt any living being. You have to be pure at heart. With your words also, you can't harm anyone. This is what he has learned. And to expect nothing from others. You should accept your mistakes and not to repeat again that thing is the main thing. So we have learned in this chapter that if we do any mistake, we should accept it and try to not do it again. This is what Gandhiji told us and we have learned in this chapter.